Welcome back to Scotty D's Outdoor Adventures. On this occasion, we were headed out to Wynoochee Falls, and I have never been there before, but I had a couple of my boys. There's Barrett, and then also in a second you'll see Eli was also with us, and went out to the waterfall. It was a beautiful waterfall. I was able to swim under it. There was fish down underneath the waterfall. So stay tuned and check out this adventure. It's a couple hours from Olympia, so probably pretty reachable for lots of people who live near Olympia, Washington. Anyway, stay tuned for some clips ahead. Don't forget, if you like this content, please give it a like, subscribe, and share with friends. Well, it did not take long before I just had to get in that water. As you know, I love finding clear waters. You know, frequently I'm in the Puget Sound. It is definitely not crystal clear, but as I head into the water here, take a look. It was just beautiful. Here in a minute, I will show you underneath the waterfall. If you watch carefully, there were multiple fish swimming around. Not too big. I did see a couple of fish that were probably 12 to 14 inches. Most of them were much smaller, maybe 5 to 6 inches. As you can imagine, there was quite a current, so it took me longer to get up near this waterfall than I expected. Eventually, I took the tactic of swimming off to the right where you can see those rocks. I found some good foot and hand holds and then just kind of launched myself forward from point to point. But I will skip ahead in the next clip. I will get to where I'm near the waterfall and about to go underneath. So let's take a look here. Well, for any of you who have never swam under a waterfall, you're about to see what it's like. It was being pelted with pretty good drops there. You can see the turbulent waters right under there, but it is beautiful, just the colors. You can see some fish swimming by back there if you look carefully. There's some in front of the turbulence. And as I get closer here, I try to dive down, but the water was really pushing me back. I ended up doing a somersault in there. You'll see the camera kind of go in a circle, and then it jerks around for a minute as I try to regain my composure and exit it out of that turbulence. Fun experience. The water is pretty cold. I'm pretty comfortable in the water, and it was just a fun time to be out there. Once again, just crystal clear waters. There's a look back up at the waterfall from right below. Have the mist blasting off there. So fun. Just love the turquoise colored water out there. One thing I have to point out about this location, you're out in Olympic National Forest, not inside the national park though. Did not need an Olympic National Park pass, but just the surrounding trees, the mountains, the entire environment there was just wonderful to be out there with my boys. A beautiful landscape, beautiful water, and it was only about 70 degrees, but for me and my boys, it was a perfect temperature for a night or a day out in the forest and playing in the river. Here, Eli was trying to make himself, as he would call it, a little bathtub, and I told him he could make it deeper because he's like, how do I make the water higher? So I was trying to explain that to him. And over here, I'm not sure what Barrett was doing, but he was having a good time, smile on his face, swinging that vine around and hitting the water. So good way to help the boys burn off some energy, have some fun. Both of them did fall asleep in the van on the way home. So if you want to have some fun and tire your kids out so they can sleep well, this is definitely on a list of things you could do. I did decide to climb up and go above the falls. So here's a look from the side, up above the falls where I was swimming down there below. And you can kind of see the color of the water down there. There's a few people out there, but for the most part, pretty sparse. There's Eli walking through, and Barrett was hanging out over on the beach, hitting some rocks together.
Look, a frog!
A frog? Oh yeah. Well, after the waterfall, we went to Wynoochee Lake. There was beautiful flowers out there, found some huckleberries, had some fun with the boys before we headed home.
Well, as we're walking around in the woods today, we found some blue huckleberries. Oh, and the red ones are normal huckleberries. Well, normal for us. We usually see the red ones. So you guys can get some red ones if you want. More huckleberries, huh? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a big fat one.
We found the jackpot.
It doesn't matter how big they are. No.
If they're nice and red,
They need to be good.
if they're nice and red,
I
then
know.
they're probably ready.
Yeah, if they're red, they're good. The more red they are, better they are. Wait, redder they are, better they
As we're walking around, we got, you know, some normal average size pine trees out here. And then hiding within, we saw that guy. See the width of that one amongst the others? I'm gonna back up here. Way up there, it's got another branch coming off, making still bigger than some of the other pine trees around here, coming off as a branch. That is a big old tree. We headed back to the van? Yeah. Well, we'll probably head home now on our nice long drive home. Oh yeah, maybe we should dry off, huh? Well, we made it to the Wynoochee Dam. It looks like they're all over at that swim area over there, huh? We took a different trail than everyone else.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. There's the backside of the dam. Feel free to give it a like once again. We headed back home. The kids fell asleep in the van on the way back. And anyway, we had a great day.